I think I describe Barbour as British country clothing, built on tradition, heritage, function, country values, that has turned itself into a lifestyle brand.
What do most people think of when they hear Barbour? What are the iconic items that come to mind?
I think most people, when they hear the name Barbour, they think of the traditional waxed cotton jacket. And that's a green waxed cotton hunting style or equestrian style jacket with a brown corduroy collar. And we've become so much more than that over the years, but people will still call up and say, oh yes, I know. I've got that Barbour jacket that's green with a brown corduroy collar. You know which one it is. Well, I thought if we were talking about iconic pieces, no better place to go than the Barbour Bedale jacket, which was originally designed as an equestrian riding jacket.
And what are the trademark pieces of it?
Let me show you some of the details. You'll notice when you put it on that it has a knit cuff. That's so if you're horseback riding, your hands are down like that, and you want your wrist to be nice and warm. In our shooting jackets, we put a nylon cuff, so if your hands go up in the air and the water gets on them, they don't stay wet.
And this looks very light, but it's got some weight to it.
It does. It is a waxed cotton, so as it breaks in and the waxed cotton, the wax on the outer starts to wear off a little bit, it'll become a little bit lighter to the feel.
Is it waterproof?
It's a waterproof fabric. It is a long staple Egyptian cotton. That is actually boiled in an oil and wax finish, and then it is covered with another coating on it, so the seams swell up when they have the boiled in the oil and wax, prevent water from getting in.
And inside, what's this fabric I've seen
This is the Barbour. This is the Barbour tartan. It's the Barbour family tartan. So we try and put it in almost every garment in either this color or in a different color. This happens to be our classic. We make a dress tartan, we make a modern tartan, and an ancient tartan.
I'm noticing this Steve McQueen display. Can you walk us over and explain what this might be?
Certainly. This is our third season in collaboration with Steve McQueen and his estate, where we have gone back and basically looked in Steve McQueen's closet and on old films of the items he was wearing back in the trials.
How cool.
This is actually the style that he wore, and we're trying to replicate being broken in and worn in.
I was going to say, this looks like it's been worn for a decade, but
Special
it's new.
treatments we do, it's brand new. And so we've built a full collection around it of what we thought things that Steve McQueen would wear, similar to a cut-off sweatshirt.
Barbour has a royal warrant. What is a royal warrant, and what does that mean?
We have the Duke of Edinburgh, Her Royal Highness the Queen, and the Prince of Wales. We have all three warrants. It basically is awarded to a warrant holder for supplying the royal household with product. In England, it's probably the highest honor you can get for a product, and we prize our relationship with the royal family.
I've seen the Queen wearing a Barbour coat when she's out in the country, all the way to Kate Middleton. She was recently spotted wearing a Barbour jacket walking through the park. How do you explain this wide range?
It's almost in the definition of a Barbour customer. Trying to define a specific type of customer for Barbour would be difficult because we span so many different types of activities and different types of wearers. The same thing with the royal family. It's a timeless product that can fit from one generation to another.
Barbour has been around for more than 100 years. That's longer than some countries have been in existence. What's the key to this longevity?
I think it's family. Barbour's a privately owned company owned by Dame Margaret Barbour and her daughter Helen. They've taken it from generation to generation. Barbour's have passed it down, and it brings along with it family values, a tradition, a commitment to quality, and customer service.